Hello everyone! Today I'm so excited to be here together with Ariane. She's the founder of Discover Out Loud. This is an online webzine, a lifestyle webzine, and the keywords that best describe her work are experience, travel, luxury, and storytelling. Ariane, thank you so much for your time to be here with us today.
Thank you so much, Sabine. It's so great to be here with you. I'm so excited to be talking with you and sharing my experiences and hopefully inspire your viewers.
Yes.
And yes.
Well, for everyone, I'll quickly share with you why I'm here with Ariane, because I met Ariane a few months ago here in Zurich, in Switzerland. And I was blown away, well, first of all, by her personality, because she's such a loving and beautiful woman. I must say, I was so inspired also by you and so happy to hear when you told me you were living a healthy lifestyle and a sugar-free lifestyle. Because most of my clients, they go in the beginning, Sabine, okay, I want to go sugar-free, but I cannot imagine a life after sugar. So I'm very happy to ask you a few questions about your lifestyle, about your relationship with sugar or no relationship anymore, and to inspire our listeners.
Sure. Well, my lifestyle, since I work at home a lot for my website, it's very tempting to constantly go and snack and, take little breaks and procrastinate and, what to do. Okay, I'll just go and grab a little something. And I really have a sweet tooth. Like previously, after each meal, I had to have a little something. I never was someone to indulge in, like a lot, because I was always very careful not to gain too much weight. I'm short, so any weight gain shows right away. So, I have to be very careful. I love cookies, and I know you used to be a cookie monster. My favorite were oatmeal raisin, which you cannot find in Switzerland. So, being home, it's difficult. And especially, in Switzerland, where it gets cold in the winter and you tend to, stay home and hibernate and get more attracted to, those, what are they called?
Like very warm comfort food.
Yeah, the comfort foods, exactly. So, but the interesting thing that happened, so I've always been very careful to what I eat. Again, I said, because I gain weight very easily. I also have had some digestive problems throughout my life. So some things I don't digest very well, or I get bloated, uncomfortable, and I just don't metabolize as well as other people. So I've always had to be very cautious. But a few months ago, I don't know, maybe 7-8 months ago, we went out to dinner to some friend's house, and a couple, and he's Italian, and at the end of the dinner he asked if we wanted coffee, and I said no, but how about you? He said, well, I quit coffee. Like, interesting, why did you quit coffee? Was it harmful? Were you drinking too much of it? He said, well, I was drinking a lot of it, but I loved it. But what I wanted to do, it wasn't just, I didn't quit just because, it was hurting me. I wanted to test my mind power, my willpower. Yeah. So I thought, let me see how far I can go with this. And I don't know, this one sentence triggered something in me where I thought, I would like to try the same thing. How could I test my willpower? Let's do it with sweets. And literally the next day I quit. But I quit, sugary things like processed sugars. But I do eat fruit. Mm-hmm. I do eat vegetables that, like sweet potatoes and whatnot. But anything that cakes, chocolate, I even quit, honey and dates and things like that. But I've never looked back, and it has not been an issue at all. Mm-hmm. So because of also what I do, I go out a lot and have Michelin star, dinners and whatnot. And so it would be rude not to eat. So what I do, I have literally a tiny bite just to have had something, mm-hmm. and I'm done. And now, if I eat anything sweet, it feels like I'm having a cup of sugar in my, in my mouth. So I really don't miss it. It has not been a problem at all. It was just a mind shift.
Wow, that's so inspirational. And I love that the two things that I hear from your story is the first thing, just approach it as an experiment and go with the flow, and you'll be astonished like how far you get. Yeah. And I also love it that you still say, okay, I still enjoy a little bit, because I mean, personally, I'm really in favor of people still enjoying the food, and especially when you're sharing with people, because it's also a way of love, you know, like, of course we know that sugar isn't the best for our health, but you know, if it's made by your grandma, or you know, like by the Michelin star cook, you don't really want to like turn it down, and at least out of respect and another like exchange of love, you want to taste it. Oh, but that's so cool. I like it.
Yeah.
I didn't know. I mean, it's I didn't know how you got into this healthy lifestyle. So it's very inspiring.
And it's just so now I really don't look back. And it's funny, people's reaction to me is interesting. You know, there's there are a lot of opinions about food out there. You know, and when I tell them that I don't eat sugar, but aren't you suffering? Not at all. Do I look like I'm suffering? You know, I eat fruits and I get my share of sweets, but in a different way. I don't suffer at all. Actually, I really I enjoy it because it was a mind shift.
Oh, that's so interesting. I like it. And I think also what I've noticed with my clients who gave up sugar, at a certain point, what you said, like you get so used to a different taste and flavor. So now when, you know, once you're off the sugar, your taste buds adjust. And when you go back and eat something that you used to enjoy, all of a sudden, as what you said, it feels like eating this huge bowl of sugar and you're just left feeling so thirsty and just disgusted.
But what has done though, now I go more for salty things. So I'm always craving salty, so but I have to be careful.
That's something very typical, you know, and it's also because that has a lot to do with the hormonal balance also sometimes. You're doing already such a great job by keeping in the fruit there as well, because obviously there's a fiber, there's all the vitamins and minerals, and then you probably find also that will help you balance out your salt and also give your body a bit of time to adjust. Because I always find that, you know, our mind has this plan and our body is kind of like keeping up.
And I feel your body tells you what it needs. And I don't believe in drastic, you know, or the word diet, because that's when I gain weight actually, and I'm miserable because I've become obsessed. I think it's a lifestyle change, you know, and you have to do what your body asks you, what you feel comfortable, and nothing drastic, you know, and just you start slowly, and then surely you get to where you want to go. But it's like an everyday, you know, I wouldn't even call it work. It's just something that you're conscious about, and then it becomes a habit. So the more you do it, the more you get used to it. And I wish I could do the same thing with bread now. Well, although I don't eat much bread, but you know, but if it's in front of me, you know, I would love to have more. But I'm very, very careful to what I eat.
But I love what you said, and even, you know, the bread, I mean, we always live by this 80-20 approach. So we said, you know, if you take good care of your health for 80%, the 20% can be your, you know, your piece of bread. It can be a glass of alcohol. It can be, you know, a cookie, whatever it is. I mean, our body is also a very powerful machine. So I'm fine with you enjoying some bread every now and then.
Thank you.
And how do you find it? So you said like you've already touched upon a lot of aspects, you know, because my next question would be, how do you keep up your healthy lifestyle being such a busy entrepreneur yourself? And so you've already shared a few tips with us, like, okay, you still have a small bite where you're in a restaurant, you know, and share the food with other people. You go and enjoy still whenever you want to. And are there any other tips you would like to share with the audience?
So because I go out a lot, I mean, I travel quite a bit, you know, for my job, and luckily I get to go to the most luxurious hotels and restaurants, you know, and it's very tempting, you know, and then, you know, when you go to Michelin star level, it's like so many dishes that they bring you. And so what I do, I right away tell them that I'm more of a, you know, vegetarian or pescatarian, and I don't eat dessert. So right away, you know, if possible, they can alleviate that. And you know, I feel bad, and I don't finish my dishes. You know, I mean, it is what it is. You know, because otherwise, it will never end. But there are days when I splurged, and I'm very careful the next couple of days after that. I must admit that the workout is not as optimal as it should be. I should be working out definitely more, but I'm really, you know, and when I'm home, I always eat very healthy. So a lot of vegetables and, you know, like quinoa, and, you know, like I substitute, you know, but I believe in taste. So I don't like bland. So I use a lot of spices and a lot of ways to go around, you know, cooking.
That's a good way. Actually, that's a very good tip for our audience to, really spice up, their meals so they also enjoy their vegetables. Or and I think the other tip to balance out, kind of the usual maintenance, healthy lifestyle, and then just enjoying every now and then whatever there is without any limitations,
guilt or whatnot. Yeah, you have to, especially now the holidays.
Yes. The Christmas coming up and New Year's.
The fondue and then the champagne and then this and that. So it's then you just be careful a couple of days and then you go back.
Yes, you're totally right. I love that. And by the way, I mean, I can tell you eat very healthy because you look absolutely radiant and your energy is amazing. So I'm so happy that you shared with us your, kind of a sneak preview into your life and your healthy lifestyle. And I'm so proud of you, how you keep it up, and so inspiring. It's so inspiring to hear your story.
Thank you so much.
And when people want to reach out to you or hear more about you, like obviously there's your website.
Of course, you can go on Discover Out Loud, and they will just go to contact, and you can contact me. If not, at Ariane, Ariane at Discover Out Loud. Very easy. Or I can also be found on Facebook, on Instagram. Yes.
Okay, perfect.
Discover Out Loud would be probably the easiest place where to. And then plus I want you to read what I've done. So you start there and then you can contact me.
Perfect. I love it. I will share all the links with your audience. And thank you so much for your time and Farah for sharing these wonderful tips. So nice.
Thank you, my dear.
Thank you.
Bye.